What comes to mind when you hear the words Rethinking the Dollar?
Absolutely. Well, look, I think it's a great title for your website, and I must say that, Mike, that I'm very impressed by the interviews that you've done to date. Look, I think that rethinking the dollar is a great idea in terms of challenging people's perception about money. So most people go through life without ever really thinking about the money they use every day. You know, basic things like why does it exist? You know, why does paper money exist? Why does it have value, and what determines its value? And I think that, you know, your website provides a great opportunity for people to think about those issues.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Now, how important is it for citizens globally, for the most part, to begin taking interest in monetary policy as well as just basic financial literacy in dealing with their own financial, aspects?
Well, look, I think, Mark, everybody has a civic duty, really, to know something about finance and basic economics. I mean, not everybody can obviously be an expert in economics, but I think everybody that needs to know something about their government and how the government is going to fund the things that the government promises. So when a politician gets up there, as they are now in the current presidential election, says, well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, you know, people should have an understanding of, well, how is that going to be financed? Is it going to be financed by taxes or the issuance of government debt or the creation of money? And what is the economic of those various actions? So I think it's very important for people to think about these issues.
Right. Now, currently you're in Australia, and I know that the Australian dollar is kind of going through some things as well as, other currencies globally. Now, if you were given a chance to be at the podium and this was all TV stations nationwide zoomed into you, what would your global state of the economy address entail and why?
Well, look, I think firstly, there's a lot of things to be optimistic about. If you think about rising levels of education across the world, technology and innovation. I spent the first 10 years of my career as a technology analyst on Wall Street, and there's a lot of wonderful things going on there. A lot of great work being done by people, and our society is becoming more efficient. With the use of the internet, etc. So I think there's some good things going on. The problem is there's also a number of bad things going on. And the big issue for Western society, and particularly the United States, is that I think that we've been living beyond our means now for several decades, really since the 60s, or maybe really the 1970s. And, you're seeing that through rising levels of government debt, particularly as a percentage of GDP, which is the metric that really matters. And you're also seeing that through rising levels of monetary base. So you've had this incredible monetary base expansion around the world. And so really with the debt we're borrowing from the future, and with money we're creating claims against our future output. And that, I think, is a problem for all of us in the long run. Now, so far, policymakers have been able to get away with that, but I think that there is a point coming where we're going to have to pay for all that debt and all the money that we've created.